Okay, so thanks for inviting me, first of all. So here's the brief. You're asked to work with two academics who deliver an economic theory module. The module lasts an entire academic year and it's worth 30 credits. It has at least 600 students enrolled who are first-year undergraduates. So your role is to support the academics to convert this module from a traditional lecture seminar format to a flipped format. Now, bear in mind that many of these students will be used to consuming high-quality multimedia on the web. You have two questions. How can you make studying economic theory memorable in this format? And how can you motivate first-year undergraduates to want to do the work rather than simply have to do the work? My name's Sean, I'm a learning technologist from Leeds University Business School, and this is what's consumed much of my professional life for the past year. And in this lightning talk, I want to tell you about how a specific part of that process, how we identified a need for, engineered, and have used a lightboard. So economics is a visual subject. It requires models, diagrams, and equations to be drawn and interacted with. So last academic year, we piloted this flip, and I produced explainer videos by placing an academic picture-in-picture over an iPad screen recording. But we felt that the resulting footage was quite boring. It was often confusing to watch. So I thought about how academics utilise whiteboards in our classrooms and wondered how we could give them a similar experience in the studio when producing video. So I searched the web for ideas and found that many universities, particularly in the US, were using these things called lightboards. So a lightboard is a pane of glass with LED lights stripped around the edge. On our board, the glass is mounted on a height adjustable table, and when the lights are turned on, you're left with something called total internal reflection. This is physics that nobody needs to have explained to them in a monotonous Yorkshire accent. So when made with a neon dry white marker, illustrations become illuminated, and crucially the subject of the video doesn't have to turn their back on the viewer to make those illustrations. But how do you film using the board? Going from the back of the room, you have a black curtain as a backdrop, an academic wearing a clip mic, the basic lighting either side of the lightboard, and then a video camera with an auto cue and a learning technologist to produce and direct the recording. So the footage that is captured is flipped in post-production. If that wasn't done, then the viewer would see everything back to front like this, which is no good to anybody. So colleagues have taken to using the board extremely well, but it has been a learning curve. Initially, we tried to do unscripted videos with the academics doing an ad-lib piece to camera, as they often do in teaching space, but inevitably mistakes happened. The problem with these mistakes is that you have to clean the whole board before a second take. You see, the very thing that makes this board special is also a root of real frustration for us. You can only fix these mistakes with glass cleaner, a squeegee, paper towels, and a lot of time and a lot of patience as well. So we learned very quickly that we actually needed to take a much more structured and measured approach. As a result, we installed a traditional whiteboard in our studio along with the lightboard, and this allowed us to easily plan what the academic was going to draw, where they were going to draw it, and when they were going to draw it in a balanced script. And the time I've gained as a result has allowed me to focus more time on the production value. So take this line, for example. We can use moments like this to create animated graphs and illustrate things like cause and effect. Afterwards, these digital assets are removed from the screen along with the line that I appeared to draw, adding a little bit of theatre to the production. We've regularly surveyed students on the quality of their learning experience during this project and have asked them to rank the different types of learning that make up their weekly journey. The lightboard videos are consistently rated as excellent, the students want more of them, and they're curious to where and how they're created. They've even spotted that their academic is right-handed in class but draws with his left hand in the videos. And as for my academic colleagues, each of them that sees it in action wants to use it. So I'd definitely say that it's helped them consider the benefits of flipping their lecture content and providing the students with a more active learning experience in the face-to-face timetable teaching. So that's a very quick history of how we've used the lightboard. My email address is s.d.gledhill@leeds.ac.uk, where I'd be happy to take questions. And to close, I'll give you my perspective on all the other videos that I've shot using the board.
Okay, thank you.